Hi, I'm Rachel, and I would really like to be a study abroad correspondent. I'm interested to be a study abroad correspondent because I think this is a really good way to share experiences and promote studying abroad in a different way so that it's not just a picture on Instagram. In the spring, I watched Chris's videos from him in Canterbury, and I felt so connected to him, and it was just so cool to see him doing things at his school and traveling to Berlin or Rome or whatever, and I just got more excited to study abroad and more so encouraged to go ahead and apply because I saw him doing things, and I want to be that exact same to other people. One thing I hope to gain from my program is learning things from my school. I have a love of literature, and I signed up for a postmodern literature class at Leicester, and I think that learning in general is a good thing, and I am excited to learn about literature or anything from someone else's point of view, not an American. I just think that I'm really looking forward to taking in things from my program and learning a lot from school. Another thing I hope to gain from my program is becoming personal with Leicester, the city itself. Something I learned this past semester at ISU was how much I had grown to love learning about the community of Normal and just becoming a part of it and making it my home. And one thing that I want to do, even though I only have 3 months at Leicester, is I want to make Leicester part of a heart home. I want to have Leicester in my heart and learn more about the city. So I'm excited for that too. Something unique I want to talk about is specifically the schooling that I go through at Leicester. I know that in comparison to the United States, the rest of the world does schooling differently, and I think that's important for prospecting students to know about studying abroad because it is called study abroad, and I know that I've had to ask people more about tell me what your classes were like, tell me what papers you wrote, and I think it would be good if I could just say, this is what I did for this class, because I don't think we have homework as we do here in the States, so I want to make that clear to students, hey, you're going to study abroad, so this is how you study. So I think that's important to talk about. So another thing I want to talk about in these videos is the activities and clubs that I hopefully get involved in when I go to Leicester. I think that a big part of going to school is being involved outside of the classroom. And I'm hoping that Leicester has a band or a choir, and I know they have a rugby team, but I want to get involved in the student body and just not go to class and then go back to my dorm and just hang out with study abroad students. I want to be active, and I want everyone else to know that you can be as active in your host country as you can at home at ISU. The super unique thing that I want to talk about is my 5-week spring break that comes along with my program, and I know that not all students get an opportunity as do I, but I want to make it clear that you're going to have a weekend, no matter where you go, or a week. If you go to Italy or you go to Ireland, that you're going to have a chance to travel, and I want to make it clear on how easy it is to do so, how traveling in Europe is different, and just talk about my experience, and hey, maybe we'll get more people to go to Leicester, or just maybe it'll encourage anyone to just travel while they're over here, or over there. I want students to watch these videos and have some sort of thought like this. ISU, 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 ISU. Go State! Let's see what's going on in the world today, shall we? Rachel's abroad! So cool. I think Americans, we are entitled to yes. I've always wanted to go abroad. Maybe I should. Now I want this to happen because I think the most important thing I want to convey in these videos is if you have that thought, which I know people will, is I want them to go for it. I want them to go to their study abroad office. I want them to look up how to do things. And I do want to make clear briefly in my videos and offer it and be look, I didn't have the funds lying around to do this. Like, I didn't have X amount of money to fly over. And I want people to know that, and I want them to know that they are more than welcome to go somewhere and talk to people and ask questions, ask me questions about studying abroad and how they can do so. I just want to encourage people to take that chance if they have it. I want them to know that this was an experience that I will probably never be able to have again in my life, and I'm able to have it because I took time to chase after this dream. Thank you for your time. I am so excited to study abroad in general. I'm actually terrified and excited and scared at the same time. I leave in like 23 days, I'm not sure. And I just am so excited. And Merry Christmas, because it's Christmas Eve right now as I'm filming this. So I hope the office had a great Christmas Eve. So please consider me as Leicester's study abroad correspondent.